Happy Father's Day, Daddy. My favorite thing about my dad right now, today, is that he's 81 years old and he has more of a social life than I do. It's really pathetic. And I'm really not sure what to do about it, but I'll get back to you. So I just want to say Happy Father's Day, Dad. You are the best dad ever. Mwah! I love you.
I love you, Zadie. Thank you for my mommy, Zadie.
All right, so happy Father's Day to my father. My father is Nevin J. Miller Jr. I am the third. And a couple of things he has given me is a horrible temper. I have him to thank for that, and he's always advised me to be able to control it. The best advice he ever gave me that I still use, keep your mouth shut and your wallet open. And that is for my wife. So happy Father's Day, Dad. Thank you.
My favorite story about my pop is when we went to SeaWorld to bring my little niece to see all the sea creatures and stuff. And being from Brooklyn, you know, nature is not our thing, always in our house. So we're all around the dolphin pool. And the dolphin swims up and flips on the wall, and you can pet him and stuff. And he got so excited when the dolphin flipped up to the wall that he grabbed it and was holding it back, and it was trying to flip back in the water. He's like, hey, come on over here so you can touch the dolphin, yeah. And everybody looked horrified, and I thought we were going to get thrown out of SeaWorld. And as soon as he realized that, he started laughing and let it go. And, well, when nobody got to touch it, and it did flip back in the water and never came by our wall again. But it was very funny, and we didn't get thrown out of SeaWorld. So that was funny, and we didn't get in trouble. So that's what I like about my pop. It's always an adventure. Happy Father's Day.
Okay, another thing my dad has taught me that has really been helpful in my life is the quiet anger. I don't think I can remember one time that my father has ever yelled at me, but if he was upset or disappointed or angry, his voice would get about 3 octaves lower, and it's already low. As you can hear, I have a low voice, and he would just have a few choice words for me. And I definitely have adopted that into my lifestyle, and it has worked in every situation. So thank you, Dad, for that.
Unfortunately, my dad lives in another, not city, another country. But my favorite thing about my father is his, I guess, constant motivation and encouragement from across the ocean, always believing in all these things I do, and encouraging me to go on when, you know, you feel like you've done it all and you're not really getting there. Just for believing in me forever. I'll love him for that, for eternity.
All right, you can talk anytime.
I love my dad. He's funny, he's creative, he's a great businessman, he's sweet. He used to take me on pony rides every weekend when I was a child.
Okay, Mommy, what do you have to say?
Well, one thing I remember about my dad is when I was 16 years old, he had always told me that he was going to, at that time he was driving a maroon Cadillac, and he said for my 16th birthday, he was going to have the top cut off of the Cadillac and it made into a convertible, and he would give it to me for my 16th birthday. And I was so excited, and finally when my 16th birthday came around, I was working for him in the store on a Saturday, and he said, I've got the cars, I had it fixed for you, and he brought me outside and parked in front of the store with a brand new bright yellow car, and Buick. And I couldn't believe it. Anyhow, that is among many things that I fondly remember about my daddy.
Was it a convertible?
No, it wasn't a
So it was
convertible,
a brand
but it
new
was
car.
new, and I was the only one of my friends to have a new car, which also got me a new boyfriend.
And let's not forget my dad's turkey chili recipe. He's gonna deny it, but hands down, he is responsible for the entire Super Jenny empire. It was my first recipe. Mwah! Thanks, Dad.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
Well, happy Father's Day to all the dads who are out there. I'm a little biased because no matter what anyone else says, I have the best father in the world. Sorry, Jarvin. It's true. One of the best things about my dad was that he would always have tea parties with me when I was little, because my brother's 6 years older than me and he had no interest in it. But then my dad would transform into the Cookie Monster and eat all my invisible cookies, and I would cry. And he also taught me how to curse without cursing, so I'm really appreciative of that. And his favorite curse word is "Russ and Fresh it." So if he gets really mad, he'll just scream at the top of his lungs, "Russ and Fresh it." And it's it gets all the consonants, you know, it feels really good, but you're not cursing. But most importantly, my dad taught me how to be a good person. He taught me how to be generous of spirit and heart, and to always try to learn more, and to be patient and kind. And so that meant more to me than anything. I love you, Daddy. Happy Father's Day.
Anna?
You're on.
Hey, from my father, what I learned. Let's see. All right, my father is definitely a glass half full person, and he taught me that life is 90% perspective. I'm a half empty person, but I still learned the lesson.
You're filling up.
Theoretically. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm a 50-50 at this point. And he taught me the value of family. Something I definitely learned from him. And also, I think the best use of the perspective lesson is when applied to family, because often you need a healthy, good amount of perspective when considering family. That's it.
I think.
You know, when I think about what my dad has given me, I really think he has always been 100% supportive on whatever decision I've made or whatever path I've chosen. He may not always have agreed with it, but he kept graciously silent while I figured out if I was doing the right thing, which is probably the greatest gift and the hardest gift a parent could probably ever give to their child. And he has always been my #1 supporter, and I hope that I have learned something from him that I will be able to pass on to my child, Jonah.